What a statement from Chelsea. A commanding 3-1 victory away from home against Crystal Palace, and the European press had plenty to say about it. Headlines across the continent highlighted Chelsea's intensity, their control of the match, and the clear signs of growth under pressure. Today, we're going to react to how the media analyzed this performance, what they praised, what they questioned, and why this win could be a turning point for the Blues. Stay with us, because the reactions are strong and the verdicts are fascinating.
Well, for Palace, they were comfortable and then they shot themselves in the foot.
Yeah, they didn't. It was just organisation at the back, really. A little bit of a mix-up. You've got Brennan Johnson taking the kick. He's now in a defensive position here. Tyrick Mitchell here. Canvo on the side. He's in an attacking position initially, but his pass just... God knows what he's thinking there, really. But the position of Mitchell, as Gary mentioned at half-time, is just so poor. But from Esteban, it is brilliant. He doesn't even give Mitchell an opportunity to think, should I make a tackle or not? Because you're always thinking, aren't you, in that situation, red card. So for him, absolutely fantastic. And Gary, the finish.
Yeah, I agree. Like you said, he's just taking it away from the defender. It's so difficult for the defender to get tight, to get any sort of challenge in there. But yeah, sloppy goal on from Palace's point of view.
And then this was a well-taken goal by João Pedro. Cambo actually played him onside in the build-up to this, Gary, as well.
It was, yeah. Shown composure there, Andy, the chop inside. And I think I've been there myself in Wharton's position. When you turn big and you turn your back on the ball, you just lose that yards, and it ends up that he's 2-3 yards away. And it's a simple finish for João Pedro. I thought it was excellent second half.
Let's look at the penalty then and the build-up to it. And Darren, England giving this. Now, we are told, Jamie, that if the ball is going goalwards and is going in, then that's why they give accidental handball and a yellow card. Because the fact that we are told it's heading towards the goal, so it negates other factors. We have been told that.
We've been told that. It reminds me a little bit a couple of weeks ago of the Verts one at Fulham, where they tell you that it's right and the lines are a bit thick and think, oh, this is the first time I've ever heard that. And it almost feels like the first time I've ever heard that situation there. And also the yellow card. I mean, listen, whether OK, if they're saying that that's in the rule, OK, fine. It does hit his arm. It does stop the ball going towards the goal. So, OK, give a penalty. I don't understand why you get yellow carded for. I mean, what's he supposed to do? But, so, I mean... You know, they'll say if it was deliberate, a red card, yeah, but if it's not deliberate, we give a yellow card. It's just either a red card if it's deliberate. Yes. If it's not deliberate, there's no yellow card.
Because you can't do anything about it.
Nothing. Ridiculous.
But in the laws, they say, well, non-deliberate is yellow. But if you don't know you're doing it, how do you get punished for doing something that you don't know what you've done, if that makes sense?
Honestly.
Bizarre, Gary.
I don't like it. I didn't like it at the time. I don't like it when I've seen it back now. There's certain angles that don't back up my argument, but what I said to you off air was the fact of, from a defensive point of view, you're asking me to close you down as a striker with my arm here. It has to be. Because if it's here and it hits the body first and then the arm, surely the arm's in a natural position is my argument. So you're asking me to defend you like this. Yeah. If you don't take the shot straight away and you move the ball, I'm having to shut you down and move like this. It's so unnatural. I wasn't happy with it, to be honest. I don't think it was a penalty, but as you've just read out,
and then we hammer defenders, don't we, Gary? If they're there with their hands behind the back, then we hammer them for constantly walking around like that.
But there's a situation to block the ball where you might be a little bit like this. If you don't shoot first time and move the ball, then do I just keep running around like this? It's so unnatural. It's unbelievable. You naturally come out to block the ball. If his arm's here, I understand. The fact it's hit him here or on the side, on his hip, and then hit his hand, is so harsh from my point of view.
John Terry would be knackered playing now, wouldn't he?
The also fact of the matter is Chelsea were 2-0 up at that stage, and Liam Rosenior can take a lot of comfort for how they dealt with that second half, Chelsea.
Chelsea, very good second half. Yeah, I was impressed second half. They stepped it up another gear. They controlled periods of the game. They were tidier on the ball, which is what I said at half-time. I was hoping they would be, and yeah, credit to Liam Rosenior and the Chelsea team. Another 3 points in the league for them.
I suppose if Oliver Glasner's going to take anything from this, is 3-0 they didn't give up and they were still trying to go for it. And even when they pulled one consolation back, they were like, let's go again, Jamie.
Yeah, I was speaking to Gary. We've been in that situation ourselves as sort of defenders where you're cruising and all of a sudden it feels a little bit panicky once this goal goes in. I mean, the goalkeeper's furious with Enzo Fernandez because he ends up on the floor and trips him up. That's who he comes running to here. Look, I mean, it's just listen, that's the frustrations. He wants his clean sheet. As I said, we've both been there as air defenders. But you're not hanging on, but it's a little bit more nervous towards the end of the game. But that's natural.
And Oliver Glasner will be furious, you would have thought, with Adam Wharton's second yellow card because of the next game that he will miss.
Yeah, I think it's Nottingham Forest, isn't it? They play next. And when you're starting to look at the table, that's looking like a very important game for Crystal Palace. He's on a yellow card. He knows he is. And as soon as you go to the floor, go to the ground, you've got a huge problem. There wasn't a lot of contact in it, but as I said, the referee's got no option.
2 yellows in 5 minutes for Adam Wharton. So big win for Chelsea, big win for Aston Villa this afternoon as well.
The whole Palace rob, there's a question mark. When you say what a goofy title, Mike, I respect you. You've been here a long time watching the Terrace. Please stop being so sensitive. Please stop being so childish. People are making the claim. That is why there is a question mark there. Let us answer it. We won't not have conversations because you don't like you don't like the question. We are not babies. This is the Football Terrace. We don't do that childish stuff here. Please calm down. Okay. A lot of people crying in the comment sections. Let me finish talking. Let me finish talking before you respond. How about that? How about you grow up a little bit? Show some respect. So when I saw all those things, close proximity, deflection, no hand to ball movement, I went, how can it be a handball? And the referee said it's accidental. My knee-jerk reaction, again, you know the way I operate in these things, whether it's given or not, it would not be Chelsea's fault on any level. It wouldn't have been Chelsea's fault at all, okay? Wouldn't have been Chelsea's fault. Didn't pay referee or anything. But then the law was reiterated to us. And this was a part of the law I didn't know or I didn't remember. Again, I'm not a trained referee. I only go by what the officials tell us and then we hold them to that account. So as we can see, the ball definitely hits the arm here. We know it deflects. But what I wasn't aware of is that if the ball is guaranteed or close to guarantee of going into the back of the net, it doesn't matter whether it's accidental. It doesn't matter about proximity. It doesn't matter about deflections. It doesn't matter whether they're by side. It matters not. If it hits the arm and the ball's going in, even if it's accidental, it's a penalty. So then I have that reaction. So a lot of people are asking, this is why I told the Chelsea fans in the first few seconds, and I'm sure there's going to be some right thick wankers that write comments before listening. Loads of people are claiming it online. Chelsea, it was robbery. So why there's a question mark? It wasn't. I was talking to the guys in the group chat. Nick's put some things in. You do your research, you learn. I think it's a harsh law, but there's zero robbery here. It is a penalty. There may be some examples you go out there and find where they haven't. I've been sent one where Nico Jackson actually stops the ball accidentally with his hand going in from a Liverpool corner 2 seasons ago. That wasn't given. I'd love to go back and see why the PGMOL stated that wasn't the same situation. So people might find some inconsistent decision making. But in terms of the letter of the law today, it was followed 100%. So to everybody claiming there was a robbery, for everybody claiming Palace were robbed, you are incorrect. And it's not subjective. It's an objective fact that it was the right decision to make. I had the same reaction you did, which was, how can that be a penalty? Because all the other penalties that we see happen talk about proximity, deflections. Is the arm in a natural position? Did they make their body bigger deliberately? I didn't realize, some of you might have already known, we don't all know everything, but we all live and learn, that if the ball's going in, that doesn't matter. The reason it wasn't a red card, like Reece James versus Liverpool a couple of years ago, is because Reece James was deemed to have moved his arm towards the ball, thus making it deliberate. So I wanted to start with that because otherwise it wouldn't have stopped. It wouldn't have stopped throughout the course of the whole show. Talk about the robbery. There wasn't a robbery. Whether you like it or not, whether you like Chelsea or not, it wasn't a robbery. It wasn't a robbery. That's why we've asked the question in the title, because loads of people are asking it, and we've answered it here.
So there you have it, the European press reacting strongly to Chelsea's 3-1 win over Crystal Palace, a victory that wasn't just about the scoreline, but about attitude, confidence, and identity on the pitch. The media sees a Chelsea team that's starting to find consistency, imposing themselves away from home, and sending a message to their rivals. If you enjoyed this breakdown of the press reaction, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next analysis. More reactions, more headlines, and more football stories coming your way. See you in the next one.